business idea? Got a cool invention? Call in now for the Buzz Business Pitch Tank with our investor, Brandon T. Adams. 818-2899.
Yeah, here we are, Brandon T. Adams and a cast of thousands.
I know, right? The Buzz Business Pitch Tank. We promised it to our good friend Dan Schrack from 13 Wham that we would make it happen. Dan, are you nervous right now?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little bit sweaty. I've got a frog in my throat. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It just hit me though. It just hit me. So We'll see if I can make it through.
Well, you're on TV every morning, so you should be fine with this, right?
This is a different scenario. So Brandon T. Adams, we know he's our go-to expert, our business advisor, our investor. He's on with us every Thursday, but he brought one of his very good friends, his partner, the Kevin Harrington, one of the original sharks on Shark Tank. I'm getting nervous for you, Dan,
Hi,
just
Kevin.
saying this. This is like legit right now.
I'm shaking here.
Hey, can I hear the frog talk?
Yeah, exactly.
Kevin and Brandon, you guys both get pitches, hear pitches all the time, hundreds and hundreds of pitches day in, day out. How does this typically run? How does this go? Can you put us through this scenario like you guys, like this would be a real legitimate pitch to you guys? What happens?
Well, I'll let Kevin do it because he's the original shark from Shark Tank. Kevin, tell me how the pitch should go for Dan, for him getting ready to pitch us.
Yeah, so I have this is a quick formula that I teach for folks that are going to give a pitch. You tease, please, and seize. Okay, so the tease, start with an attention-getting problem. So I'm an investor. Generally, people are pitching me for money. So as an investor, I want to know there's a problem that you're going to solve. And I'd like to know that it's some kind of a unique solution to that problem, right? So, but that's sort of the tease. Get my attention up front with a problem. Now we're going to solve the problem. And that's the please. We're solving it with solutions, benefits, magical transformations, whatever they may be, right? And so now this is the power part of the pitch is, why is this product or service or whatever we're hearing about so powerful? And don't forget, one of the key things I look for, magical transformations. And then the last step is the C's. What do you want? And what are you looking for? So it should be irresistible. So in a C's, it isn't just okay, like in the world of television, when we're doing as seen on TV, we don't just say it's 1995. We say it's, if you order in the next 8 minutes, the first 10 people will get an extra 6 free steak knives and this and this. You need to make the offer irresistible.
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Dan, you ready for that? You ready for that?
Dan?
Now that I've rewritten my entire playbook here, we're gonna see if I can wing my way through this.
All right.
Okay.
Dan Schrack, here's your pitch. Go ahead.
All right. So I've got 2 ideas here, and I know we spoke months ago, and I was supposed to put a ton more work in that I actually have. I haven't had time, but I have done some research. I've done some background work. Let me know what I need to improve, where I can go from here, and more importantly, how you and I can make a deal. So here's what I've got first. First thing, I start my morning very early. Like most people, you wake up, you're groggy, you're foggy, stumble out of bed, right toward the kitchen, pour yourself that first cup of ambition. Thank you, Dolly, for that. Here's my struggle. You make your way to the kitchen. You have to wait lengths of time for that coffee to brew. I have a solution that I think would work for anyone. This is your typical refrigerator at home. You've got water and crushed ice. Great, but it doesn't do much in the morning, especially if you need coffee. You can spend thousands of dollars and get one of these refrigerators that has a built-in pod machine. This one happens to be Keurig, but you can get the Nest Teas and the Nest Quicks and all of those. You can buy all of those pods. Here's the issue with those. Those are great for single serve coffee for the one person waking up in the morning. But if you've got a house full of kids, you've got a couple of teens who like to grab a cup as they head to the school bus, senior year, you've got your significant other. I say You open up that refrigerator, you take some of that ice maker, water dispenser real estate, you revamp the entire thing. There should be a coffee grinder built into the refrigerator. I want to just pour my fresh beans and let the the refrigerator in this case, do all the work. Let it grind the beans. Let it use that filtered water that you already trust for your family to drink on a daily basis. It can brew you a whole pot as opposed to just one cup. You can even set it on a timer. So when you do stumble out of bed and make your way to the kitchen, guess what? Coffee's already brewed. I only want $250,000 for 2% of this investment. What do you think?
Okay.
Nothing?
Well, I'll say I'm not sure how irresistible that is.
Okay.
So
Okay.
now,
But listen, no, hey, I am here for the critiques. I am here for all of it. Give it to me. Go ahead.
Okay.
all right. So I'll say this. So what you're talking about is really manufacturing a new refrigerator, correct? This isn't. This is not a retrofit for an existing refrigerator, right? So
No, sir.
So now, this is a very challenging situation because everybody already has a refrigerator, okay? And to get them to replace it for a little bit of ease in the morning is a very difficult situation. The other problem is the product development side of what you're talking about. I mean, you'd want to, if you truly wanted to do this, you'd probably have to go to a refrigerator manufacturer and talk to them about some structure, because you're not going to want to get into the business of, if you had to make a refrigerator today, there's got to be 1,000 parts in a refrigerator. And I think there's something called supply chain issues right now. So I mean, you'd be looking at years and years and years before this would come out on the market. So you would invest millions of dollars today. You'd have, and you're looking to raise $250,000 for 2%. You'd have, if that valuation is, if the valuation you've come up with is north of $10 million for your idea. Okay. Now, as an investor, to come up with a $10 million valuation, we want to see significant either assets or sales. So, here you really have just an idea. Okay. So ideas, what is an idea worth? Well, it's not worth $10 million because it requires years of development, millions of dollars of cash. And by the way, the other thing that I would suggest is that if you focus on some kind of a patent, that's going to be the differentiator here. In other words, if just to say, hey, let's put a coffee machine in a refrigerator and let's go forward. If you start meeting with refrigerator companies, they're going to say, hey, thanks for the great idea. Goodbye. Okay, you're never going to execute. If you have some kind of a patented or unique positioning of how this is going to work, and I don't know if you've thought about that, but you've got to come up with something that is beyond just the idea of putting coffee into the refrigerator. If you follow me, right?
So Dan,
I mean,
Dan, well, I was gonna say, Dan, you struck out there, but I do know you have one more idea.
To put it politely,
I want to hear it. We have a few minutes. Tell us the other idea, because I think this one could actually work.
Yes.
Let's hear it.
Okay, yes. But listen, before I pitch this one, whoever's got their finger on that little buzzer noise, you better quit it or I'm coming after you. That was a good idea, and you all know it. If somebody makes $1 million off that, I'm going to be so upset.
Kevin was very nice to you, though. He let you down very nicely.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah. Okay.
He did.
All right, too.
So second idea here. Another caffeinated idea. I work very early hours, as I'm sure a lot of people do. We wake up early. Life is difficult as it is enough. So one of the things I do before I start my day is I go into my little work makeup bag here and I'm grabbing one of the multiple bottles of eye drops to put them in to try and, depuff and make my eyes feel awake in the morning. I got to sit here and read for 4 hours. Yeah. I don't want to be groggy while doing it. I am proposing we come up with some caffeinated eye drops. So before you hit that buzzer, got a little research to show you here. Okay. We've got a study. This was published by the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, just in case you are unaware. They did a study on caffeinated eye drops. They used them in rats. Caffeinated eye drops, they prevented ultraviolet radiation-induced cataracts in rats, and they protected their eyes against UVB-induced cataracts in rats. Now, here's the good news. Because this study is so old, it was published 10 years ago, there's got to be new information out there. There's got to be something that we can actually use at this point. Granted, again, a lot more work needs to go into this, I will fully admit. But I think it would be great. Something that wakes you up, maybe helps with the puffiness, that I could see how that might be problematic. But really, I just want to be able to see in the morning like I normally see after my third or fourth cup of coffee.
Okay. So this is more than just something to prevent problems in rats' eyes, in other words, huh?
Yes. I'm proposing the caffeinated eye drops for people.
Okay. Hey, by the way, the timing of your pitch, I'm wearing my glasses for a reason. I've got terrible allergies, and just to show you, I've got some puffy eyes right here. Woke up this morning and I've been trying to figure out what can I use on these. I've called my doctor. She's getting me some steroid drops. But if you could show, because puffiness in the eye, this is something, yes, a lot of people are waking up with. I like the direction you're taking. What I would do, you said the study's 10 years old. See if you can find any more recent studies. And then the other question is have you checked the market? Did you go to Google? Did you go to Amazon? Are there caffeinated eye drops out there yet? Because
if you search caffeinated eye drops, you get a ton of results, none of which have caffeine in them.
Okay. Interesting.
Maybe there's a reason.
I think that's all there. Listen, there could be a reason. And we did just see another eye drop manufacturer sadly blind some people with their product as a result of, I guess, poor production or something to that effect. And that's not, I'm looking for a product that actually works. If it doesn't work and we're just here to make money on it, quite honestly, I wouldn't put my name on it because I want something that's effective in my life and can be beneficial to people.
Just so you know, people that have problems with their eyes, here's just sitting in my drawer right now, 7 different eye drop types of products.
Oh my gosh.
Because when I wake up like this, I want to find the one that's going to help me the best. If you, you know, in terms of the following the sequencing of the pitch, you started with a problem. Yes, puffy eyes, waking up in the morning. So you've identified the problem. You've now talked about a potential solution, but you also said you don't know if the caffeine is going to give you that any help. You need to do. I would start with some unofficial studies. And just, you know, if you could get some eye drops made with caffeine in them, find out what the caffeine, what is the benefit of caffeine to the eye and to the puffiness, because that's an explanation that might make a lot of sense. You know, that the caffeine might.
Terrible time hearing you.
You know, what does the caffeine do to get rid of the puffiness? And that is. I say you want to, if you can create some kind of a magical transformation there, whereas you say you could do a time lapse. Somebody wakes up, the eyes, you put 2 drops in, and every 10 minutes for 30 minutes, let's check back in an hour, boom. That magical transformation before and after is proof that it works. When you're dealing with eyes, you're probably going to need to do some kind of clinical studies. So this is not something you can just probably make and start selling.
Right.
This is what happened to some other people. They were getting blinded with eye products that weren't good. So you got to be careful. But I do think, especially since you said, I mean, Brandon, let's do some Googling today and find out if there's any caffeinated eye drops that exist. And if so, what kind of claims are they making? Do they have any studies? And I'll be the first person to purchase this product because I need it. Okay.
Yeah.
Dan, I'll do your homework for you today.
I love it.
Just like
I
that.
love it. Okay. Wait. Let's back this train up. I don't know if we can recue that clip and hear you say you would buy this product. Here's what I want to know. What are the chances you want to cut a deal right now and just buy this idea outright and I walk away?
Wow.
0.
Oh my God.
You gotta shoot your shot, right?
Yeah.
True.
10% chance? I don't know. For you, what do you think?
Hey, I'll give you $100 for 99% of your company. You got a deal.
Yeah, I love it. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being on.
All right, guys.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Dan.
Appreciate it. Good job, guys.